Happy Holy Week, everybody. Hope you're bringing in this Sunday with the holiest of vibes that is due to this week that is coming up. And I remember Holy Week from years past, especially from my Catholic youth days. Palm Sunday coming up today, where the vividest memories I have are just having the palm fronds that my mom and aunts would collect and just whipping my cousins with them all over the place. And just remembering that there was only one more Friday of Stations of the Cross to do at church, and there would be a big passion play at the church that day too. And also, Easter was only a week away, and all this giving up for Lent and everything that you put away to not do and sacrifice for this month was going to be over. Even though I usually never made it past the first 4 or 5 days, it was always a refreshing thing to know it's over. It's almost done. Easter's almost here. A glorious time, and spring's going to be around the corner. Baseball's going to start playing here shortly, or whatever. And just good memories of that. But if we take and dissect Holy Week and what it really is, I think it's an apt description of kind of Christianity today, where you bring in and just exalt this Savior. Hosanna, 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 Zana, Ho on the highest. Palm from, bring them like a king into Jerusalem. Best man in the world. And a few short days later, with a little convincing from some religious folks and everything else, that he's ostracized. He's put up for capital punishment, put up for crimes that he didn't commit, and strewn out and forgotten by the same people that were praising him and worshiping him as a king, that brought him into the city and the glorious revelry that was there, and turned on him in a heartbeat, just like that. And it reminds me of a lot of some of the relationships we had when we started deconstructing, and Christians automatically that were really good friends, that were, ride or dies with us, family members that thought highly of us, just because we saw something outside the box, turned on us in a heartbeat, shunned us, turned their backs on us. Everything we have built up to that point with trust and love and just relationship thrown aside because of one simple change in how we believe things. And it just highlighted this. And I think that Passion Week, this whole Holy Week, is a good example of that and what Christianity kind of does in this country. If you don't conform, you don't believe, you're going to be shunned and immediately turned away. One day you're the best guy in the world, and the next day you need to be in jail. You need to be done with. You are the worst thing that's ever happened in my life, and all that. Just like that. Isn't that Christianity in a nutshell? But one thing I can kind of take as a hopeful message, possibly a prophetic message from Holy Week, is that there's someone else that's being exalted as a king, lifted up and praised, worshipped, even called a king, even called the second coming. And maybe these people's eyes will get open and they get persuaded behind the scenes. Some voices start talking within their circles that don't like what's happening. Maybe their pocketbooks got a little lighter. Maybe that will turn everyone on this king and destroy it from the inside. It's a hope. Maybe it's prophecy. But we can always hope and maybe push for something like that. But other than that, have a happy Holy Week. And see you on Easter.